What's up, everybody? This is Hillbillies here, and welcome back to episode 7 of my game pickups. I do apologize for my voice and everything. I did just wake up this morning, so I'm a little bit tired, but I really needed to get all this done because my table's starting to fill up, and I'm running out of places to put all this stuff. So, because I got lots of variety, lots of different generations, different console type things, like... So, but I think we're going to jump into it right with the PC games, which where I get them, they're about $2 each. That's why I always end up with so many. They're always cheap. So, it doesn't even matter what kind of game or how old it is, it's a computer game, and it's $2. So, to start off, there is EverQuest Shadows of Lucian. Apparently that's an older online game, kind of like Diablo or World of Warcraft or whatever, and the Shadows of Lucian is just a certain update, I guess, for the game. It is obviously quite a large game. You get 3 discs in the whole thing. It's supposed to be very popular. I've never played it, so I'm hoping that it's actually still active and online, because that would be great to actually try out and play one of the older games that I had never really gotten a chance to play when it was popular online. So maybe it still is. Next is I don't know if that's IL2 Forgotten Battles Gold Pack. So this is like it's not a flight simulator, I guess. Maybe. It's part flight simulator, part like battle, I guess. So it's just fighting over World War II, and it's quite a big set, real heavy, because it's got everything in it still, all the manual and whatnot. And I like the old fighting games and the battle and the flying and whatnot, so I thought that should be pretty fun. Now, I have to find both of them here. I got Rise of Nations and Rise of Nations Thrones of Patriots. Now, I picked these up because when I was a lot younger, my brother was really into these kinds of games, and Rise of Nations is a really good one. You basically start off with nothing if you don't know the game. You start off as, like, I don't know if it's cavemen or just medieval, but you start off at least like medieval, and you slowly make your way through time, and you buy upgrades. You can eventually get like nuclear missiles and tanks and all sorts of stuff, and if you build a certain building, it makes it faster to gather materials or do other things like that. So Rise of Nations, once again, that's a really fun game, and I'm gonna enjoy going back into playing this game because I spent many hours playing this and blowing people up with the nukes and, you know, trying to take over the world and whatnot, so it was pretty fun. Another is Deluxe Edition of Battlefield. So I do not have any of the Battlefield games except for on the Xbox, so having it on the PC will be pretty fun. I know there's a lot, it's, you know, probably looks a lot better, plays a lot better, so that'll be a lot of fun to do. It's just one of those extra ones I saw, thought I should pick it up. This one looked definitely really good, and I've heard of it, which is Enemy Territory Quake Wars. And I know Quake is supposed to be an amazing game, and by the looks of it on the back, it looks pretty cool too. Lots of guns and weapons and explosions and whatnot, and you're like fighting aliens, and it's ridiculous. There's just a whole lot to do, and Quake has always been a really good game, and so now to have it on the PC and whatnot would be really fun to play. I've got kind of a really big box here for another one, which is Call to Power 2. Honestly, I didn't have any idea what this was, but all I saw was from the makers of Civilization, and I like the Civilization game, so I figured, how could they make another game go wrong, right? Like, so I figured if it's the same kind of thing, I'll pick it up and try and play it. You can see it kind of looks like a strategy step by step. It's a much older version, of course, so, but it's still pretty cool. I'll be excited to play that. Now, one that I thought was really cool was this Frontlines. Let me just take that off for you though. But it's Frontlines Fuel of War, and it comes in this cool like ammo case. I thought that was pretty awesome, and when you open that up, the actual like the game box is inside that. So I'm very glad that I got to get this cool extra piece with it, and if I don't use it for this, I might use it for manuals or something, but I just think that it looks really awesome having the collector's edition, especially that they made it look like an ammo case. That's awesome to me. For a couple more computer ones here, there's one really cool one that I want to show you guys at the end that not too many people will know about or remember. Even I'm not old enough to remember them, but it was pretty cool. So just quick, we have all the Sims games. So Sims 2 was an obvious choice to pick that up since we didn't have anything like that. You all know what that's about, of course. CSI Crime Investigators. I don't know. Could be good, could be bad. One of those things, right? $2. Figured, why not? I'll try it and see what it's like. Cities XL 2011. It looks like Sim City, but even possibly like better and more developed and whatnot. So I'm hoping that that'll be good like that, because I've never actually really played any of the Sim Cities or whatever. So if I can play a really cool version of it, that'd be good. I got Need for Speed Most Wanted. I have it on the Xbox, so having it on the PC would be pretty fun. I'm sure there's lots of cool little mods you can do and fly around in your car, little glitches and whatnot. They're always different from console to PC. As well as a game, Scratches. Obviously a horror game, because, well, it kind of screams horror game right there, so that's pretty awesome. It looks like you have to travel around and explore areas, and you're being haunted by somebody, but you don't know who or what, and all you hear is sounds, and you have to go by the different sounds you hear, and you have to, like, just travel around and try not to die, I guess. So haven't gotten to try it yet, but again, it'll be one of those awesome ones. It should be a lot of fun, and maybe you can make a video on it or something and have some fun jump scares for you guys. We shall see. Oh, for this, let's see. I want to do one last computer thing before I show you guys the awesome thing. So these kind of go hand in hand. I figured I should show you these guys. This Diablo 2 Battle Chest. I really like the Diablo 2, so having the Battle Chest with the original Diablo, Diablo 2, and the expansion set for Diablo 2 is pretty awesome, and it came with a lot of stuff inside. Obviously, let me just open it quick and kind of give you guys a glance at it. So it came with all this, you know, the manual and all of the discs inside, and back under there is like just a couple more pieces of paper and whatnot, and yeah, there's just, it's full of all sorts of stuff, this thing, and I really like the Diablo series, so that should be a lot of fun. And those kind of go hand in hand with this Diablo 2 Ultimate Strategy Guide. So that was kind of convenient to have. I know a lot about Diablo, for sure, and I played it like unbelievably, but there's some people that are like, they non-stop play this, and they know everything about it, and how to get to level 100, like, no time. So that's not me. I just kind of like going around just fighting things as I go along, and upgrade when I do and whatnot. So here's the game that some people will know and some people will not know, but this is King's Quest, Quest for the Crown. Now this is definitely one of those games that's much more rare, that's a lot harder to find nowadays, and the reason is people think, oh, it's just a computer game. Yeah, but I don't know how many of you guys remember computer games that you had to play on floppy disks, like big floppy disks like that. Oh, there's also smaller ones too, sorry. But still, you're playing games on floppy disks. So I've never played a game on a floppy disk. I don't know too many people that have, but I showed it to my father as he grew up, you know, when computers were kind of a thing and whatnot, and he said he remembers seeing it, but that's quite old, that. So, but I know the King's Quest, having watched Metal Jesus. He worked at Sierra, and he said the King's Quest series was always a really good one, and I'm really excited to actually own this, and I'm really hoping to try it and get to enjoy the way King's Quest used to be, and see how the name holds up. Like, it looks really cool, the RPG aspect on the back, it looks really well done, really nice for the time that it came out in. So like here it says, you may fall into the moat, or meet odd characters from myth and fable, learn your quest from good King Edward, and take a wild ride with an eagle. So apparently you can go flying with an eagle, so that'd be pretty fun. Well, one book I got here, because it's the only other like strategy type thing, I got Star Wars Rebellion, the game manual. And to be honest with you guys, I don't know if this is supposed to be for, I think it's supposed to be for the PC. But it's a very old game, so hopefully at some point I will find the game to go along with this manual, which would be great. Now, let's see. Oh, are these more? Okay. Apparently I have more computer games, because, yeah, they're so cheap that they're hard to say no to. After that, guys, I promise I'll just show you some other stuff. Well, I got Need for Speed SC, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 3, because those are always fun, the Need for Speed games. Need for Speed Underground. Games that my brother used to play that I kind of got into was Command & Conquer World of Warfare. Oh, by the way, these look exactly the same, but one of these is Command & Conquer Red Alert, and the other one is just regular Command and Conquer, Covert Operations. See, Covert Operations in there, and then this one here is the Red Alert one. So they are different, they just look exactly the same, which, it's interesting how they did that. But yeah, now I have the whole set, like, it's pretty cool. Rocky Mountain Trophy Hunter 2. Not much of a hunting guy, don't go hunting myself, but now that I have the game I might try it and see what it's like. And Darkfall the Journey, it says it's inspired by the true crime of Jack the Ripper. So we will see what that's like. Hopefully it's not too creepy. Hopefully it's alright game to play. Let's see. Gotta get rid of some of this more stuff around me here. Let's see, I got a bunch of original Xbox games, because why not? Original Xbox games are always fun, especially Unreal Tournament. You can't say no to Unreal Tournament, because Unreal Tournament, if you guys haven't played it, go out and play it. Go find it. Go play Unreal Tournament. Go play Unreal Championships. Go play any of them. They're amazing. They're like the best multiplayer game you could probably play. They're so fast and action-paced, and you can jump around, and like the guns are ridiculous, and you get amazing vehicles to drive around, and you capture the flag, and free for all, and against computers, and there's a campaign mode, and it's just awesome. I love that game. First, Grand Theft Auto 3, the Xbox collection. I already have GTA 3 on the computer now, and I think on the PlayStation 2. So now I have it on the Xbox. Why not? You know, I'm missing it. I don't have it yet. I want every game for every console if possible. So it can take a long time, but one day. Now I got these because they were probably like $2 each, I think it was again, which is just Madden 2004, NHL 2003, and NFL 2K2. Not much of a sports guy. Some of them are pretty fun. The ones you can mess with and create your own custom team. And like there was one that I played that you could be like a banana suit, or like guys running around hot dog suits, and like they were amazing because they were super fast compared to everybody else, and it was just, yeah, it was great. But yeah, enough of that. For the Xbox 360, Perfect Dark Zero. Now I have to go remember if I have this game, but once again, it was like $3 or $4, which at my local pawn shop I couldn't pay that cheap. You have to pay at least $5 for every game they have unless it's 50% off. So, but yeah, just another cool game, and I know it's actually a pretty decent game, so that'll be fun to play. I got 2 GameCube games here. One being the Monsters Inc. game. Never played this, but by the looks on the back, it seems you have to just kind of, pretty much like the movie, you battle and you scream and try and scare kids as much as you could, and whoever gets the most points, I guess, wins. Another just regular GameCube, Madden 2002 for the GameCube. Just, once again, don't really have that many GameCube games, and they were cheap, so it's hard to say no. For the PlayStation 2, Rainbow Six Lockdown. I love the Rainbow Six Vegas series. I think they are amazing. That's a great set of games, and I hope to play that on video one day because, yeah, I really, really love the Rainbow Six Vegas games. So, Rainbow Six Lockdown, you know, way before any of that stuff, should be incredible, and hopefully, you know, play really good. For the original PlayStation 1, I got Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. I do have PS1, of course, as you guys know. I don't have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. I don't know why. I actually enjoy some of the skating games, and I think they're pretty fun, so that was a good thing to get. A really, really rough shape Kobe Bryant NBA courtside for the N64. Obviously, I'll be cleaning it up, a little bit of alcohol or whatever, and try and shine it up. Doesn't have to be perfect. Paid like $1, $2 for it, which I wouldn't get it cheaper anywhere else. So, you know, I picked it up and said, what the hell, why not? Now, I'll get these things out of my way. I was lucky enough to get like a special Sega Genesis controller. It's obviously a third-party one. It says it's a Smart 16. Let me unravel this for you here. Smart 16 Pro model. It's got a ton of different options and whatnot. I don't ever plan on using the turbo and stuff like that, but it's just that I don't have that many controllers for the Genesis, so if one ever goes on me or breaks or something, you know, then I need to have something to replace it, and if I can replace it with a third party, that's all the better, really, so that works for me. Now, something strange. This came from a games trader place, if anybody knows what that is, so it's not actually sealed even though it looks like it is. It's just their kind of seal. It's not the original one, obviously, but it is Sonic the Hedgehog for the Game Gear. I was very excited about that, and you can see up there it says $7, so that was definitely worth it. I'd never played it, and it's really cool that it's somebody, I guess, had bought it from that store and never opened it. So when I get a Game Gear, I'll be playing this for sure. I know a lot of people say that the Game Gear is better than the Game Boy Advance. Who knows? I'll try it and see. Some of you might not know what this is. I didn't know what it was until somebody pointed it out, but right on the back it's actually a dual charging station for the Wii remote, which is amazing, because wouldn't have to keep going through all those crazy batteries again. I actually have a cooling station for the Wii too that's sitting right in front of me, but I can't show you that because it's actually on the Wii right now, so I'm not going to bother taking it off. It's just a regular cooling station you put your stuff on. So of course I got lucky again, and I got a PlayStation 1 console, but I got really lucky and I got two. So I got two PlayStation 1 consoles. Apparently they do seem to both work, which is good, and they're $10 each, so I couldn't say no to that. It's always worth it to have more of them. You never know when they break or you need pieces or the lens goes. You can just change all the parts, and if I have friends that need them, then that's great, because I can't go to a pawn shop and bring them there. It just seems wrong to do. This may not seem important to you guys, but I got a Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Wii, but it's empty. Now the reason was because I told the guy, I said, what do you normally do with like empty cases or empty like just manuals? And he's like, oh well, we just always threw them out. And I was like, you throw them out? I was like, save them for me. I was like, I'll take them. So he actually gave me this for free. So now all I need to do is get the disc, which, you know, just buying a disc individually loose off eBay or something is very cheap. So now I have the full case to go with it, and apparently it's actually been an amazing game. And I really wanted to play it because I played the original Super Smash Bros. And yeah, I want to play the new version with all of the characters in it now. It would be amazing. And the funny thing about going along with that was, I also picked up, not a thing with it, but Super Smash Bros. Melee. I already have a copy of this, but it was cheap and it was definitely worth it because it's Super Smash Bros. Melee, and where I am, it's becoming extremely hard to find. Not too many people have it anymore. And it's just one of those things that, you know, you got to keep an eye out for. And if I have a friend that looks for it, because it's, like I said, very popular, very hard to find, so a lot of people are probably going to be out there looking for it, and I might have a friend or two that wants it or whatnot, so hopefully I can get the cover and the manual for it and make it a complete game. Now, I think to end it here, let me make a quick little check there. Yeah, there's nothing else. So, I was real happy about this because I've always liked the models and things to put on your shelf and stuff to look at, and like, you know, the big box PC games, they look cool, and games in boxes look really cool, but what looks cooler than figurines? Now, probably a lot of you are going to call me idiot and nerd and whatnot, but this is a Halo 4 set. I paid $7 for it, so it was definitely worth it, but it hasn't been opened yet. I don't know if I will or won't. I'm not 100% sure yet. I probably will because, you know, it's not super fancy or new, and I like to have them displayed, but it comes with an Elite, a Grunt, and a giant Banshee, and I thought that looked really cool. I wish I could give you a better view of it because it is still in the plastic there, but you guys get the idea. It's pretty sweet. Finally, I actually have a model. It's the first one I actually have like this. I don't have any like Assassin's Creed figures or Gears of War figures because they're always so expensive, I find, but getting them like this, $7, I was willing to pay that, and that was definitely added to my week and made it just that much better. So, but you know, I think that's about everything, guys. I do thank you for your patience. I had so many PC games or whatever, but I did have some cool other stuff and some really hard to find stuff like the King's Quest game and whatever. So that's always lots of fun. I can't wait to actually get to try stuff like that. I'm gonna set up a desktop or something at some point that I can play. So yeah, well, thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave your comments down below of what you think, or if there's games you've played or ones you want to recommend or things I should keep an eye out for or whatever. So thank you all again so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.